Welcome back to the channel. Ryan Friedman from Ryan Fried Motor Cars. Another day in paradise over at the dealership in our showroom in Glen Cove. We have a lot of things going on right now. Sold about 70 cars last month. It's a crazy process, acquiring and then servicing and then trying to deal with the logistics of getting these cars out to their destinations, whether it be California, Rhode Island, or even Long Island. And right now it looks pretty empty here because we did push out about 30 this week, which is pretty crazy, but this is what we do and we have to keep up with it. Not experienced with dealing with this volume, but that's how it goes. But right behind us, I wanted to show you a really cool car, which has been a dream car of mine, 911R. In black. You've seen us have a couple of these cars, but to find one in black with all the good options, full leather with the bucket seats, green decals, I absolutely love. And this car only has 2,000 miles. Now this car is currently pending sale, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, it's sad because I don't get to experience. But the good news is I told my client that I would like to use it for the weekend for July 4th. And with him knowing that we are actually not just in the business of selling cars, that we're obsessed with these examples. Although I've driven, a white one before or other color ones, I just feel when you're sitting in the driver's seat of this car or any car that is a different color, you get a totally different perspective of the experience. This is just like stealth bomber. So the client that's buying this, he has right now a 3.6 Frog GT3 RS. He's got a 3.8 RS in a paint to sample color, and he just got a 4-liter. And it comes down to a space and how many cars you really want to have. And he's decided to trade back in the 3.8 RS for this car and felt that this would be a good middle ground or in between the 3.6 997 Frog and the 4-liter, and for this to be a little bit more modern. Even though it has buckets, it still feels comfortable and you really could drive this car. I mean, only 2,000 miles. It is absolutely gorgeous. Car, as crazy as it sounds, I really feel is very undervalued compared to what you're seeing price-wise of the 3.8 RSs and the 4-liters. And then there's some cars that we've got in an inventory that you've seen us have before, such as the 964 wide bodies, which those are always heavily desired, not a lot produced, and as you know, we go for rare and unique stuff. It's like such behind us right here. We've had a few of these recently. We love the later model SLSs. We just got a final edition in. This is not it behind me. The final edition's at our other location, but this is a SLS GT, AMG GT, which is pretty cool. Which is the last year, the last year's 15, but 14 being on the SLS GT. Deviated stitching all over the place. We had a matte gray one that we just recently sold, and this car is just absolutely stunning. You guys know how I feel about black cars, so this is definitely a cool car. And next to our AMG final edition SLS, pretty cool. So the fact that we have all these cars at the same time, our typical stuff like you usually see as our 997 GT3s in Guards Red, this car is being serviced and being sold and going out to somewhere else in the world, which is great. And we have a few more left, white ones and blue ones, but let's just see what else we have outside right now that just came in from our typical. And we got, sneak out there, Ford GT. So we once sold this car before. Really an amazing example. I think it had around 1,200 miles when we first acquired it. Now it has about double that, around 2,400 to 2,600 miles. The customer that had this car traded it in towards our Rosso Dino 16M, which is unbelievable, that car. It's like a shade of orange, and he had to have it. He has a Speciale Aperta, and next to that, M will look absolutely incredible. It's staying local, so I love when customers keep cars of ours local, because they get to go to car shows and represent cars that we have. And when we sell a car, it's known all over the place, meaning it's almost like a celebrity. You're never gonna see another, even though there may be two, but what are the chances you're gonna see another Rosso Dino 16M just floating around at a car show? When you see one like now, you're gonna know it came from us, which is pretty cool. Not so much with this car, because they made a lot of white with blue stripes for GTs, but this is definitely a great example for someone to have in a collection, being very specific in the enthusiast market space, which is something we love. Another car that we just got in inventory is a 16,000 mile 458. We all know what's going on with the Ferraris now. Most people are leaning more towards the naturally aspirated cars, not only in Porsche, but in Ferrari. They're not really taking a kind liking to the newer turbocharged or hybrid cars. So this being a value buy, we feel something to keep your eye on. 458, without a doubt, one of the best price point cars. Even if this one's a convertible, it's going to be around under 250, and compared to other cars that are out there, it's a lot of car for the money. So look for this, and we literally have dozens of more cars coming in. You guys are cleaning us out so fast, but we'll send you some updates and videos of us driving the 911R. Freaking thing is awesome, and congratulations to the new owner, but we may have another one coming in a different color. Stay tuned, rfmc.com. Next time, see you soon.